Hey everybody, welcome to Crypto Mischief and to the Crypto Arborist and to Wise DJ. We are streaming in a lot of places today. I believe many places. Today we're doing an AMA on Tree Token, and we have special guest Peter, the Crypto Arborist, is here today, the developer of Tree. We also have down below me, right there, we have the Wise DJ, who was just telling us about Sui. This is a Sui focused stream today, so we're going to be talking all things Sui, as we usually do at this time on Thursday 6 p.m. every single week. And wherever you're watching, make sure that you share this video so that other people can learn about Tree Token and Suidex and Sui Chain. And welcome to the stream, Peter. How are you doing today?
Man, I'm feeling tremendous and fine as frog's hair.
Fine as frog's hair. Good. And Wise DJ and Mr. Furley, how are you today?
Awesome. And this is pretty much a replacement for the usual Sui Builders 6 p.m. AMA live space for x.com. So a lot of more options here. Looks pretty cool. Excited to try out the new style here.
Yeah, we decided to do this on video because there's a lot of visual things that we want to share today. Because Tree is quite a visually spectacular token, I would say. I love the art, And that is actually my first question for you, Peter. Before you because Peter's going to introduce Tree to us all, but the one thing that I've been curious about is the inspiration behind the Tree figure, the hero image of Tree, which is this kind of superhero tree man thing.
So it's funny you say that. I live in southern Alabama where Mardi Gras is prevalent, and before I got into live streaming cryptocurrency, I have a Mardi Gras channel, and down here we have mascots and all kind of things in Mardi Gras parade. So I made my own Mardi Gras superhero, and he plays a double role in the world of cryptocurrency as the tree hero. So he's kind of he's been around for about 5 years now, but he's taken this role of just jumping into the world of Sui. And when this artwork comes out, man, he's going to have axes, and he's got a staff with a glowing acorn on the end of it. Hell, there's Scots pines in the background. There's all kind of cool stuff.
Does he hand out party beads?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and if you come and if you know where I live, and I'm not going to say it online, I actually parade and I throw out tree hero beads every year for Mardi Gras. So,
this is
sweet.
So this character, this is of your creation, has been going for years, then, right?
Oh yeah,
No way.
He's everywhere.
This is amazing. Okay, I didn't know this.
Tremendous.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to like can't wait to see. So actually, you have been known to dress up.
Oh, every year.
Really?
There's a whole YouTube channel for that you guys have never seen before.
Brilliant. This is awesome.
So it's like Clark Kent and Superman.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. So I forgot to mention that for this stream, if anyone has any questions or comments, you can put them into the comment box for the live chat, right? And the best questions, I'm going to be sending you real cash prizes of Victory Coin. So make sure that you get involved with that. We do have a good morning. You need to do better than good morning to get some victory, though. That's it, right?
I'm also going to give away 1 million tree, Richie. You didn't know that.
1 million. Oh my God, 1 million tree as well. So we got victory to give away. We got tree to give away.
We still have Sui Trump to give away too, as well. In the
we do.
Yeah.
We got giving away everything. Give it all away. How do you want to do the tree giveaway?
Whatever way you want to. If you want to do a first, second, and third, fairly, hell, if they come up with your dessert that you like, we can talk about that too. Whatever. I've got it here and ready.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, how about I'll do to 5 people for good comments that I like, and then you can do to the tree. Do you want to give the tree to one guy, or you want to one big winner?
Sure, why not?
Okay. And then when the top comment gets the tree, let's do it. Let's get going. Okay, so tell us.
Yes. I'll tell you what. I'll give away 1,500,000 tree if someone knows my Mardi Gras channel that I live stream parades on. I'll give away an additional 500,000 tree.
Everyone's getting on AI now.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, so today we're going to learn about Tree Token, which has listed a reward pool on Suidex as well, which we're going to be getting into as well. But first things first, Peter, what I'd love is for you to tell everyone about Tree Token. How to begin, right? How to begin.
So Tree Token was born on July 21st, and when what we did, we started on moonbags.io. You remember that nifty 36-hour journey to bonding, and not gonna lie to you, figuring that thing out was a trial and tribulation in of itself, because I was like, Bond, the only Bond I know is James Bond, and and then we bonded out, and let's see, it was July 21st. Sui was roughly about $4. So Sui's down, what, 65-70% since then.
The good old days.
What was nice, what I really love about Tree, it's a finite supply. It's a 1 billion total supply. We have, if you can pull it up on X, Richie, the last tweet that I put out, it shows the current status. I believe we're down to 912 million total Tree, between what's locked up and what's in or what's burned and what's in forever LP. So we're doing really, really good so far with the total supply. I know
this
that
one,
guy.
right?
Yeah, right there. So yeah, we burned almost 20 million trees so far. A lot of it was done through the Sui Builders tool. There's been times in the past week when every time we hit 1,000 TVL, every increment of 1,000 TVL in Suidex, I just burned a million tree to kind of just go along with it to keep it healthy. And another thing that I did in the very beginning, when I think 87,000 people asked me when the DEX was paid, and thank you for the translation on that in the beginning.
Yeah.
There was 50, it was like, it's basically, I think 5.11% of the total supply is time locked until January 1st. And another thing that I did along the way is on Turbos, where Tree also is, but our main focus is Suidex, obviously. There's roughly about 5.1 million Tree and forever full range LP on Turbos as well, just to show a long range commitment.
Wow. So it says here 8%, 8.7% of the full supply is out of circulation. This is good.
Right.
Yep. Tightens the supply, strengthens the ecosystem, grows liquidity. You can see also, like, I love looking at this on Moonbags, because a lot of people will now, they'll go to the deck screener to find the turbos chart and these kind of things. But you can see here, like, while Sui as a kind of ecosystem has taken a dip in attention from a lot of other places, what you can see here is with the action of the Liquidity coin on Tree, this is the developer in action, right? Here you can just see buying, adding liquidity, removing liquidity, moving positions, essentially trying to find the best situation for the coin as it's coming along. And this is why I love Tree, because you're not just make the meme coin then sit back and relax. Like, this is active daily management and planning and strategizing what to do with Tree Token here. And
yeah, I'll tell you, it was I've really learned transparency in this is key. And I've told everybody, you're going to know every move I make, and you can see it on this. You brought up a good point. And a lot of the dev remove dots, that's transferring over to Suidex. So that's what all those are.
You have your dev account linked to a Sui-NS already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's because it's not a permanent lock. If you get a Sui-NS, it is interchangeable, but it does have to be replaced with a different Sui-NS. But to be fully transparent, a lot of people will do that. Like Richie has Crypto Mischief and Sui Shrimp Coin.
Yeah, I think Peter, the one for Tree is Tree on Sui, I think, is the Sui-NS.
Yeah, so right? There's two main wallets. One is a Crypto Arborist, and then the other one is Tree on Sui. It's but I just wanted to again make sure everything was fully visible to where you would know what's going on. I mean, just I have nothing to hide. So I mean, it's
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Exactly. This is the way. So then coming back to then the creation of the coin, a lot of people don't know that you are actually an arborist.
Yes, I have been a certified arborist for almost 10 years now. Nature is my passion. Really and truly, back during the summer is when we're very active with the tree charities, research organizations, things of that nature. And we this whole journey of figuring out the crypto journey, the ecosystem, how things are going to ebb and flow, and we went through a couple of artists. God bless crypto artists in the crypto space, but this tree hero, everybody really started to love it, and everybody was like, "Can we have some traits? Can we have some different backgrounds? Things like that." And then once that evolved, I was like, "How can we make this a real world use and impact on this?" And myself and there's 4 team members, and we were all sitting down, and we were like, they asked me, they were like, is there anywhere in this space that's professional and recognized? And I was like, we could take a percentage of the NFT sales and donate it to treefund.org. And I was like, that, I mean, it just, once we started talking about it, they agreed. And it's great because treefund.org, they fund research, planting projects. They do science updates in the arboricultural space. I mean, everybody loves trees, at least I would assume. But just, I mean, and that's the real world impact use case. And once we get the artwork out and on the market, and we get it all minted out, I'm gonna live stream either paying it, or hell, if I can get off of work and do it the right way, I'm gonna go up there and hand them a donation check straight to the office. And but yeah, treefund.org, they've been around for a while. This, if you go back up, yeah, see, I'm actually in, if you go, listen, there's you can see their badges on there, but if you go down, they actually have affiliates with all the professional arborists right there. See, Bartlett Tree Experts, Louis Cortiva, these are all people that are striving to keep nature initiatives going throughout the earth. And it's a full-time effort, and just there is just not enough hours in the day, and just trying to figure out how to fund these good people on how they go out and do their thing. This is what I could come up with, and we're trying to make it fun. We've got a game that's coded and ready, and the NFTs are going to be the keys to access the kingdom, where you can get in and play. And we got another game that's designed after that. So yeah, that's kind of how we're cruising along.
Nice.
Yeah, the character is really cool. It reminds me of I Am Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. So this NFT, this is a leaping forward pose, battle axe, purple cape. This is more the traditional outfit, and this is in temple ruins with vines in the back. Let's see. I think I have one more right here. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I've had fun animating the character guy. He's really cool.
Yeah, and this one of the traits is some of them will have Sui on the chest. Now the rare ones will have the Sui water droplet with the S curve on the chest, and there's going to be 3 out of 5,000 that will have Sui Trump and Suidex Sui Farm traits tagged all through it. So yeah,
you got to get one with the hair, right?
Yes.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Nice.
There will be one blue comb over NFT in this whole thing.
Found it.
Which one did you find? Because there's more than one.
No, okay. I'm imagining there's a channel with you with like chainsaws up trees.
There's that, but there's one more that's got trees with beads hanging out of it.
Trees with bees. Oh wow.
With beads.
Oh, beads and trees. So I want to talk a bit about the NFT collection. We do have a comment from Tolgo Ozek. So Tolgo, please get into the Suidex Telegram. I'm going to write your name down so that I don't forget, and then I've got a book and everything. So then we can sort out getting your wallet and everything to get that sent to you. Okay. So it's Tolga. Great. I've got a pencil. Pens always run out of ink. Always keep a pencil handy. It's always important.
So
the
basic.
question,
Go ahead.
the question is, how does the 80% buyback to liquidity mechanism combined with the 5% donations to treefund.org create a self-sustaining ecosystem? So this question is about the mint of when minting the NFTs. These NFTs aren't out yet, by the way. They're still to come in the future. So get your FOMO ready. So when the NFTs are being minted, this is the part of this question, right? This is the meaning of it, I think. Would that be correct?
Yeah, so I think what he means is how are we going to buy back tree from the NFT sales? Well, the NFTs are going to be sold in Sui, so we're going to use Sui to buy back tree and lock it up. We've got in our docs on our site some more on that, and as we progress a little bit more.
Well, plus the NFTs on Sui are dynamic NFTs. They have a lot of different properties. They have different functions that you can do that are not possible on other chains. That's why NFTs are so popular on Sui right now, is because they're programmable objects instead of just a JPEG.
Yeah,
I love this bit.
So we got a new one coming up. Yeah, NFT tabs up top.
So but Furley, what they're talking about here is the NFTs on Sui are upgradable, which is great, which means you can continue to change and upgrade this collection as you move into the future, right? With Tree token, which is awesome because it means you can add them into games. They can have stats that you can add to and things. There's something you need to do in the mint to enable that. So I'll make sure that, for example, Sui builders work with you on that to make sure that, I think it's a button you need to press basically to make them magic.
Yeah, Paste from Sui Builders, he has a really good connection with Tradeport. He's actually friends with the owner, Mary, which is a really nice lady.
That's cool. But the meaning here is because what we've learned is, I think me and Peter have learned this, especially working inside of like Binance Smart Chain beforehand, is that say you want to make an NFT collection for your project. What's the real purpose for this? Is the NFT collection just going to be a collection-based thing, or is there going to be something inside of the purchase mechanism of the NFT that's actually going to help the token? Because the cliche, of course, is there's a meme coin, and then they launch an NFT collection, and the NFT collection doesn't support the coin. Therefore, it's just going to extract value from the coin to buy the pictures. But what Peter's doing here is he's combining them into a self-sustaining ecosystem idea of the minting of the tree NFTs is also going to help the token and it's going to help the charity. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes. Okay. So as we bring in income, 5% of that income is going to go to treefund.org. And then we take the other portion of that revenue and we buy back tree to keep the price sustained, keep the supply low. And then everybody who's already got tree already has it in Suidex. So then we just, everything keeps feeding itself.
Yeah, exactly. So this is really smart. So you could imagine, say the NFTs mint out. That means then the tree coin has a piggy bank essentially of funds that it can use to continuously buy back the token.
Yes.
So building, right?
100%. And with this, talking about value instead of just buying a picture off the screen, our family's a gaming family. We're like, man, if they're going to buy something, they need functionality. They need something that they can do with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you going to be doing a whitelist type of launch where there's a VIP? Yes.
So the whitelist, you got to have 5 million tree in your wallet. Good. I'm glad you brought that up, Furley.
Okay. 5 million? 5 million tree. All right. So today, if you want to hold 5 million tree, and, tree's coming up. Let's come in, tree is coming up in price. I mean, from the bottom there, this floor, to now, we're already up 170%. This pumping, tree is pumping, right? That's from 12 days ago. So tree has gone up 170% in token value in the last 12 days. So this is great to see. This is also a sign of market recovery over the entirety of Sui. Sui's picking back up in price, volume's picking up again. To hold 5 million tree is How do
I believe there was a 20% on the
Suidex,
daily
good.
after the announcement of the farm opening on Suidex as well. I remember
Yes,
seeing that.
yes, you're correct. So if you
What we wanna
measure
see.
9 days ago, Richie, 9 days ago, the listing for Suidex, the LP went live. That's when we really started to go up.
Da-da-da-da. What's with all these other tree coins? Imposter tree coins.
Right?
Christmas. Yeah, exactly. Christmas tree. No. You just need tree. What's it? It's
Liquidity, baby.
Liquidity.
And just so you'll know, that's the other reason why I named this token Liquidity, to make it easily searchable, because there's so many tokens just
Called tree.
yes. So I mean,
Yeah, and everyone needs to be careful with imposters, because remember in the team chat, somebody created a X page with just the underscore and the same thing as the Suidex address. It's calling themselves support or something like this. So always make sure you're going to the correct. Always make sure you're going to the correct pages.
So down here it says a 5 million tree is currently just under $200, right? So that will keep going up. You know, the price, as people find out about tree, they're going to find. Yeah, here we have a November. Yeah, Suidex effect.
when we had, Richie, when there was no Suidex, no locks, nothing taken out of supply, we back when we first went up there, I actually have a tweet out about it. Yeah, we went up 1,000% in 12 days. That's when that gigapump happened.
Oh, this one, yeah.
Yeah.
This was good.
Yeah, like right. That last. Yeah, there you go.
This is what you want. Yeah, this tree's all-time high is just under. Would it be over? It was over 200,000 market cap, wasn't it?
No, we went up to $330,000, and we could easily go there now with all the fundamentals that we have in play now, and especially with having something to do with your tree, Suidex, Sui Farm. It's too easy.
Yeah, man. We have Thomas G from Rector Riches here as well. Time to get my Sui on. Yeah, man, come over to Sui. There's definitely some opportunity for you to find some bangers. Always on Sui. There's good projects coming in, bouncing up. Today we're talking about tree token from Peter, and this is definitely doable again. You know, this is the height. If you want to know when this was peak summer, right? So this was also when Sui token was coming up to that $4 mark, and Sui was performing really well at that time. You can see this dip has come, but then the floor is forming. And as this floor has been forming, seen a couple times to try break out, a couple attempts. But as we continue, like we're not going anywhere. This continues. This march towards building a stronger and stronger ecosystem. And anything else?
Yes, Sui started its descent, Richie, on October the 9th. I've actually got it. Let me see if I can find it real quick on my screen. I've got it marked out on Trading View. Let me find this.
Well, there's that flash liquidation that hit pretty much every single chain.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah, it hit Sui the worst though.
Yeah, it does. It seems like anytime there's a downtrend, it hits Sui the worst. But also on the upside, when things turn around, it seems to go back up the quickest. Just like recently, when everything went back up, it had the highest percentage out of the top 20.
Oh yeah, Sui popped like 30%.
Thomas brought that comment all the way back from Texas.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Texas. Damn right.
Let's see here.
Yeah, Sui bounced 30% on the pump once Bitcoin stopped dumping. That happened this week. So we did see a large pump on Sui, which was nice to see.
This line right here, date and price. That's when Sui was. That's when Tree was born. So you can see what the price of Sui has done since then.
Yeah, exactly. So you've been fighting you've been fighting against the stream of the river, basically. You know, you've been swimming upstream since you launched.
Yeah. So at current price of Sui, it's down 58.95% since Tree was born. So no pressure.
Yeah, man. So the way that this works is so most of Tree's liquidity is tied in with Sui coin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're also tied in with other community coins, which we're going to be talking about today. as well. But yeah, so because Sui is because tree token is tied mostly in liquidity with Sui, then you're going to see that when Sui begins to build up in price again, you will get very, very strong pumps on the price of tree just through the effect of liquidity rising with the Sui coin going up in price. Tree will come up with it, which is great. But in the same time, when Sui is coming down like it has been over the past year, you are going to see a lot of not sell pressure on tree. Actually, it's just going to be value, which is coming down with it, right?
So
that's
so I can tell you this, Richie. Daily, if everybody uses Suidex and Sui Farm the way it's intended to, and I'm going to release a video later tonight about my daily ritual on Sui Farm. And really, it's any token on there. Is if you come in here and claim your victory emissions, your victory rewards, and you trade them in Suidex, you can DCA back into any project in here. So if you're a tree holder, there is a easy tool to keep the price of tree where it currently is, if not higher. If you take your victory token, buy a tree, combine it with Sui, put it back in the LP, earn more victory, and complete that like the videos have been saying all the way from the beginning.
Let me move that here so people can see. Yeah, that's what we like. That's one of the recommended strategies, actually. So let's get into that, actually. So that is tree token. If you have any other questions about tree token, oh my God, we're huge. There we go. If you have any other questions about tree token or the NFTs, which Peter is going to be releasing quite soon, I think you got to time it right as well for when Sui is really getting the attention back, then I think that's definitely the time to drop the NFTs, in my opinion. But it's your project. You're going to do what you do.
The market
right?
has just been garbage to release NFTs right now.
Exactly,
man.
Exactly.
It's
that's
horrible.
What I mean. Yeah. But if you have any other questions about tree token or the NFTs, remember we're giving away victory coins. So we do have Tolga. You've got yourself some victory and you've joined the Suidex, so I can get in touch with you. I can send you a DM and get your wallet. We have Rich by Name has found the Arborist's second YouTube channel by using Grok. Very smart, very smart. We have looking forward to grabbing a tree. Can you grow the tree once you own Ein?
So to answer that question, once you get your NF tree, there will be another game called Arboretum, in which it will be detailed. Yeah, it's not there yet, but it's going to be a very detailed game to where you actually grow your ginormous tree. And it's I know that sounds very plain Jane, but it's going to be pretty cool.
That's what was the network that did that? They had a really addictive daily clicker where you just had to come in and pop the bubbles on the tree and then it grew, right? It was an airdrop campaign. I was Mint Chain. They did that, and it was really popular with a lot of people who just wanted to come and click every day, pop the bubbles. They had like a spinny wheel thing, and the tree just continued to grow and grow. That's a good idea, actually. I think people can get behind that. And it can use Sui's technology of upgradable NFTs to grow your tree on your site, you know.
Yes.
We have, hello, I like listening to you experts and learn so much. Good. Furley, before we go into tree on Suidex, do you have any questions or comments to make? Oh, his AI is broken. Furley?
That would be no.
Good. Okay, let's get into Suidex. And so Suidex is a yield farm and trade index on Sui. I'm going to put up the thingy-majigger. How did I get that? There we go. Okay, so this is Suidex here, suidex.org, which is a yield farm and DEX on Sui chain. It's V2. What does that mean? So actually, Wise DJ, and I wanted to ask him because he did put up a really funny, he sent me a video yesterday that he's made about Suidex on how to simply explain it to people. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I was talking with the microphone muted. Yeah, so I think I think it's cool how the Sui builders, how most of our partners are all we're kind of forming a community within the Sui community, to where we're not so much like partners like officially, but we're kind of forming a group of coins and different projects that are all working together. And all the coins that are on the farm and the Suidex, they're also part of the Sui builders. So I think it's cool that we're creating a community where people, when they're first joining, they can have a community where they have some trust, a level of trust, before just trying to pick something at random. A lot of people have abandoned the chain, that didn't stick around through the tough times. The ones that are still here, like us, we look a lot, that looks a lot better for us. And it's nice to see us all working together.
Well, yeah, and I can tell you this: the community pools that I've created are part of the Sui Builders Network. So just want shout out to all of them, and I've still got several more skeleton blast wheels, several more to add pools into Suidex.
That reminds me. I don't know if I told you, Richie. Remember how we used to be Sui Accelerator?
Yeah. They
actually finally gave that back to us after all this time.
Oh, you got back your X account. Congratulations. That was a big X.
But Pace decided to change it to a different name besides Accelerator, because we didn't want to run into the same issue originally that caused the suspension. So now we have two.
What's the second one called?
It's Sui Builders Inc., I think.
Okay.
I'll have to look it up. I just saw it for the first time the other day.
So yesterday Furley sent me this. So to explain what Suidex is, it can be quite complex for people who, especially because on Sui you have a lot of people who aren't necessarily that versed in DeFi. And then to try and explain how Suidex is different to, for example, Cetus or Bluefin or Turbos, which are the big dexes on Sui that people use. Furley made a video yesterday that he sent me. I guess he's been making it for a while, and this is one of the scenes in the video, which I think really explains the value of Suidex on Sui, right? So here we have a V3 user. You can see he is trying to keep his LP in range. It's a full-time job. Concentrated liquidity farming is a full-time job. You need to continually watch the charts. You can't walk away for one day and do something and not look at CoinGecko, because maybe one of your tokens is dumped and you've gone out of range. If you go out of range, you stop earning, and you don't just stop earning, but also your LP pair gets less and less valuable if one token continues to outperform, and you're earning nothing on it. Suidex, we rolled back the clock, and we are the first V2 DEX on Sui, which means that there's no concentrated pools. We have not activated that. We might do it in the future, but for now, for onboarding, Suidex LP liquidity never goes out of range. You're always earning. You're earning inside of the liquidity, which will soon be tracking on the site, and you're also earning if you stake your tokens into Sui Farm, where you start earning our reward coin, Victory. So there's two ways to earn with liquidity coins on Suidex, essentially, and both of them are always earning your rewards. And this is the simplest. I love this graphic because it just really explains it.
You can play that 2 minute, the explainer video. I think is only 2 minutes long.
Yeah, sure. Let me find it.
It's in your DM on Telegram.
Yeah.
One of them.
Early, send me that graphic, please, good sir.
He's got a whole video. Let me find it. For Mr. Furley. Mr. Furley.
Yeah, it's just a screenshot from the video that I made.
Oh yeah, there's two. I'll play the 1 minute one, right?
Yeah, there's a short one and a long form. I believe it's the girl. It should be a girl voice on the short video.
Girl voice. Let me share my whole screen, entire screen. Share system audio. Okay, I got it. Yeah, this one, right?
Is your DeFi portfolio?
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
All right.
I can hear it.
Your DeFi portfolio basically a second job. Well, let's dive into what Suidex is doing. For a lot of folks, it's just constant chart watching and juggling complex strategies. And a big reason why is this model called concentrated liquidity, or V3. It's powerful, sure, but super demanding. It pretty much turns you into a day trader, constantly having to manage and adjust your positions. But what if you could just set it and forget it? That's what Suidex is all about. And here's the bottom line. V3 means active management. Suidex, that's true passive income. With Suidex, your assets are always earning for you, 24/7, no matter where the price goes. Okay, but let's be real. The million-dollar question is this yield even sustainable? Suidex has a pretty cool answer. It's this economic engine they call the victory flywheel. It takes fees, buys back tokens, and then pays out real assets. It's a really smart, sustainable loop. So your yield is backed by actual platform use, not just by printing more and more tokens.
A tree.
And hey, worried about impermanent loss? Yeah, Suidex has a solution for that exact problem. It's called the Victory Locker. You just stake one token and basically become a silent partner, earning fees. Now, none of this works if it's not secure, right? Well, Suidex is all about a security-first approach. You can see it in their audit. They're laser-focused on the stuff that really protects your funds. And it's not just secure, it's simple. Think of it as the easy button for DeFi on Sui. Seriously, getting started is a breeze. It's just 3 quick steps and you're earning passive yield. And once you get those rewards, you've got options: compound, cash out, or power up that flywheel. At the end of the day, it's about giving the community simple, powerful tools to build wealth. So the real question is, are you ready to stop babysitting and finally start earning?
Very good.
That audit is by Hack and Proof, dual defense seal of approval. One of the first ever done, which is the gold standard for audits on Sui Network, because Sui Network themselves uses Hack and Proof.
Yeah.
So it is ironclad audit that it was gone through.
Good. Oh, we have some questions. Well, first one, how much victory has been burnt so far? I'm waiting for the indexer, because the problem for launching, before we get into tree again, the problem for launching Suidex with V2 contracts, well, V2, we had to make the contracts in Sui Move, essentially. So instead of, for example, forking PancakeSwap V2 or forking Uniswap V2, we had to break it apart, figure out how it works, then recode it in Sui Move, and then add it into Sui, which was a bit of a pain in the ass, right? Because of that, that means that we're not indexed on places like DeFi Llama. We're not indexed on Dex Screener yet, because they can't read our contracts. So we need to give them basically a guidebook called an API, which shows them how our backend's working and how our LPs work. We're the first DEX on Sui which handles liquidity in tokens, not NFTs, essentially is the issue. So the index is pretty much done. The dev sent me his information today on it, so this is good. I'm just still whipping the team every day to get it done.
Richie, I've heard
in terms of burning victory,
it's called a master chef.
Yeah, that's for the farm, not for the DEX.
Okay.
But in terms of burning the tokens, I'm not starting yet, because I want it to show on chain.
Yes.
I want a chart that's working on all these trackers, DeFi Llama, CoinGecko Terminal, CoinGecko. I want to be able to show it. There's no point burning tokens when no one's going to see it. What's the point? I'm just holding them. We're just holding the funds, we're holding the tokens, and we're not burning anything until we get the good news that we've been indexed. So everything's working perfectly on Suidex, and now we're going to get into what you can do with Tree on Suidex, because if you come to Suidex, we do have verified and listed coins. Tree is one of them. You can come here and you find Tree. There we are. There's Tree token. Right. So let's talk about why we chose Tree to be on Suidex. Why did we want Peter and Tree and the Tree community to join us? The reason is because of what we've just been talking about earlier. The journey that Tree's been on since launching, I believe it's how a token should be launched, and then how a developer should continue to grow a token after the launch phase. And I'm very bullish on Tree. I think it's going to be a multi-million-dollar market cap coin in the future. It's inevitable. It is inevitable. It will. And then by introducing it to Suidex, it means that we've got an extremely strong partner coin, which we can work together with to grow our network, continue to grow and bring in more people, bring in better people, bring in honest people into our bubble on Sui, essentially. We're building a house, and Tree is very important for that. What you could do on Suidex is you can swap Tree back and forth. You can buy Tree with Sui. You can sell tree into Sui. You can trade tree. Trade in the tree, right? You can also come to our pool section. This is where you can join the tree Sui boosted yield farm, where you can earn yourself victory tokens. There's a 2-step process to do this. The first thing you want to do is you want to add liquidity, right? So to add liquidity for the farm, you're going to need Sui token and you're going to need tree token, right? You need both of these. And this is where you can then add liquidity. Liquidity on Suidex is always 50-50. So you're going to be 50% of your Sui, 50% of your tree. You then just come in there and you add liquidity. Boom, right? This is going to create for you an LP coin, not an NFT. This is what is very different about Suidex. We're going back to the good old days of DeFi when DeFi was simple. DeFi was fun, right? This is what we want to do. It's what I want to achieve.
Yes, this is the main part that people get confused about, how it makes those LP tokens, because they're used to just, making an LP and that's it. That creates the LP that you get credit from. But these LP tokens, that's very unique. It's the only one on Sui that does it like that.
Yeah.
Richie, so there's been a question asked to me several times. I want to make sure to say it on video. When you create an LP on Suidex, you're obviously earning trading fees within your position on Suidex.
That is correct.
Those fees are, yes, and that's important.
Yeah, 40% of the fees, I believe, if that's what you're going to say, goes to buy the Sui coin that pays out the victory lockers.
In terms of liquidity, so yes, when you make so there I just made an LP coin, right? So I now have tree and Sui LP. What's going to happen there is that, say now someone comes and they want to buy tree, right? What's going to happen is when a buy comes through for tree, so let's buy some more tree. We're going to buy 4,200 tree, right, with 1 Sui. What we're going to do is we're going to swap. I want to actually go direct. We have a multi-hop function as well on this, which I keep telling the dev to make it direct. What's happening here? Yeah, we want to go direct so I can really show you what's happening, right? So I'm going direct here from Sui to tree. I'm buying some tree token. What you're going to notice is there's a fee-based structure inside of the backend for Suidex. So if you want to get technical, you can look through this and see what's happening with the fees. The fee model is copied from PancakeSwap, the initial launch phase of PancakeSwap. So what's happening there is there's a trade fee that's fixed on Suidex for all trading coins. If you go to CETIS, you're going to see some coins have a 1% trade fee, some have 0.3%, some have 0.01%, right, for different assets. We just have fixed. Everything is 0.3%. Simple, right? When that happens, half of that 0.3%, which is 0.15% of your swap, is going to not leave. It's just going to stay in the liquidity pool, which means that all holders of liquidity coins are going to be growing their bag over time, right? That's the easiest way to see it. So it's not like there is a fee. It's just that 0.15% of the swap just stays in the liquidity pool, right? And it's given to all liquidity providers. That will be tracked in the pool section, hopefully this week. But I keep whipping the team. It's supposed to show here, right?
Yeah, that's a really important factor about the fees, because people got to realize it's not going towards the pockets of Treasury or anything. It's going back to the community and the holders.
Yeah,
that's the whole point.
But the plot thickens though, because I only gave there. I said there's a 0.3% fee, and I only told you about 0.15. So actually, what we've done with Tree Token is we've rolled out a brand new idea that we put into the trading pair, because we can actually edit the fee structure, not the amount. The amount is immutable; it's always 0.3. But we can change where the other half is going to. So what we've done with Tree Token, this is an experiment, but when swaps now happen on Tree Token, 20% of the other half, so it's 20% of that 0.15%, is going to be going to the Tree development wallet, which means that the Tree system, the Tree project, is going to be growing a marketing fund step by step with every single trade of Sui on Suidex. So if you're a tree holder, it is extremely important that now you think about just swapping your tree on and buying your tree on Suidex, because it actually helps the coin itself. it helps the marketing wallet of Tree on Sui. You can check, we can check that on chain if you want, and you can see that there is now Sui coming in. If I buy Sui into Tree, then the Tree marketing wallet will get Sui coin. If you sell Tree into Sui, then the marketing wallet will get Tree token, right? So this is an important aspect, a new thing that we've plugged in for only Tree coin. If this works in a positive way, then we can do this with other community coins too. Just to incentivize more people to use our DEX, because they know that they're going to get rewarded. They're rewarding the coins that they're buying, right? Important thing.
There are similar systems on other dApps that use that method that have worked out really well. So I think it'll be a good thing to have. Definitely.
But the important thing is I need to tell the dev to always hardwire this to direct, because it has to be direct for this to kick off. Those damn UI guys, man.
Let them finish the indexer first, then we'll get on them for the other.
Then we'll whip them. So that's the first thing. That's just liquidity, right? You're providing liquidity in the DEX, and you're getting the trade fees if you're in the pair. Swap Tree on Suidex, and then you grow the marketing wallet of the project that you're buying. This is all the best thing, right? Which wallet? Here we have a question from Gary. Gary, well done. You just won yourself some Victory coin. Which wallet do you need to buy Sui or Tree or other tokens you're referring to? Best wallet on Sui. What do we think, guys?
Well, I guess right now it'd be Nightly if they're the only one that's supporting the Suidex, but the official wallet is called Slush, is the official Sui network wallet.
I'd recommend two, either Slush wallet or Nightly wallet. I'll show you you can find them on X, be the easiest way, I think. So Slush is this. Oh no,
Richie, Slush needs to verify. They need to verify my token, man.
That is the final boss of verifications on the Sui network. Is Slush. Well, it's easier to get verified on literally every other thing besides the wallet.
Really?
So
yes.
This is Nightly wallet. They are very good for Sui. They also work on Solana. They work on multi-chains. They work on Near. They work on EVM. They work everywhere. This is a pretty good wallet for Sui. And the other one would be Slush wallet, which I don't have. Slush.app maybe.
And of course, there's also Phantom wallet, which is wildly popular. They fully support Sui now as well.
This is Slush wallet. I used to like Slush wallet, but I like Nightly more now. But Slush is pretty good. It's got a lot of pop-ups now for advertisements and stuff, though, which I don't like. And the other one would be Phantom wallet, which is also a pretty good wallet that works on Sui. And you can bridge from Solana straight onto Sui with Phantom wallet, just inside the wallet, which is pretty cool as well.
Yep.
So there you go. Jerry just won himself some prizes with a good question.
You know what I've seen with Phantom wallet now is every single coin has its own chat room inside the wallet app. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, do people actually talk though?
If it's like the Solana one, like the main coin, there's people talking in there all the time. But for like Sui Trump, I think I'm the only person that's ever said anything in there. I don't think anyone knows about it, but it's
don't say that, Furley.
Well, I don't think nobody even knows that it exists. It's a pretty new feature.
Hey guys, is anyone here?
I mean, in Solana, it's mostly people just begging for like, oh, I need gas money. Someone help me. You know, it's like nothing productive going on there. It's just craziness.
Kev T says, Mr. Furley, great job on the explanation video. You should, if you liked his 1 minute one, you should see his 6 minute one. It's an epic. He's going to get an Oscar for that one.
Oh, and then there's like a 10-minute podcast version too. Kev, you won some Sui Trump for that comment for sure. Go in the Telegram and I'll get you hooked up from the promo.
Nice. And Sui Builders, you also won yourself some victory with 2 comments. Good, very good. All right, we're stacking up here. Okay, now I've made the LP coin. I've explained to you everything to do with LP. That's it, right? So if you're not confused, it's okay. It's pretty simple though. You add LP, now you can farm, and you're going to earn while you're holding LP. Buy Tree on Suidex to help the project. That's the simples of it, right? So the next thing we're going to check then is the farm, because we have LP. Now we can go yield farming, right? And the farming section you can find by coming here and just going to farm, right? Is when you're going to come and you're going to find Sui Farm. So this is like a second layer to the DEX, and this is where we get into passive income, which is fueled by Victory coin, which is the reward coin of the whole of Suidex. It's governance, it's reward, it's also revenue share. By staking Victory coin, you earn Sui coin and Victory coin. The Sui comes from the fee-based structure that we're talking about. If you scroll down here, you're going to find yourself the Sui tree pool, which currently has $8.9 thousand in it, which is a great turnout, man. Like we had before, we had Toilet coin and we had Blub coin. They did not turn up to the party, but Sui but Tree has turned up, man. Communities came in. This is why I'm very happy that we decided to close the Blub pool, close the Toilet pool, because they just weren't doing it, you know.
We are definitely showing up. That's for sure. That's exciting.
Yeah. So, and what's happening here is you can come and you press on farm here, and you're going to start farming in the pool. The pool is with your LP coin. You can then stake your LP coin into the pool and start earning Victory coin. Currently 91% APR. I need to push this up again. We're going to keep this around about 100% APR because we are boosting it. We're promoting Tree. We're happy that they've joined our ecosystem. So I'll be doing that after the stream as well. The idea is to sit this around about 100% APR to attract people to the possibility of farming with Tree token. So here you'll see that my LP has been picked up. So you can decide how much LP you want to put in and don't want to put in from your wallet, right? And then you can stake. You can go 25%, 50%, 70%, 100%, right? And then you stake into the pool. Now, we do have a fee structure on Sui Farm, and the fee structure does have a logical reason for this. There is a 3% deposit fee on Tree token and on Tree LP into the farm, and there's a 3% withdrawal fee. Why do we have this fee? Because we use the fees to support Victory and to support our meme coin mascot, Sui Trump. It's kind of a flywheel idea, right? So from the 3%, for example, right, I'm going to put in, let's try get to $100, right? Okay, I'm putting in $100, right, into here. When I do that, that means 3% of the $100, which is $3, is going to be taxed. The tax is then split. 40% of the tax goes to people who are staking Victory coin in the token locker. 40% of the tax is used to buy and burn Sui Trump, and 20% of the tax goes to paying servers, marketing, salaries, and everything involved in the back end of running the project. So actually from the revenue side of what is happening here is on Suidex, we're giving 40% of our revenue to people who stake Victory, and we're taking 20% of the revenue for the team. We have 5 people on the Suidex team. We have a lot of servers, Google, Cloud, RPCs, all these expensive things that no one really cares about, but they have to pay. They have to be paid, right? And then the other 40% is used to buy and burn Sui Trump coin, which is our meme coin mascot. So that's how it works. Now that I'm in there, I'm in my position.
I think we got to point out too is that that's just a one-time thing. Once you're in, there's no fees until you decide to withdraw or enter more. So
and now you're earning, right? So here I've got $345 of Tree in here, and after 1 hour after staking, you can start to claim, right? And then you can claim. It's going to already. I've got 0.1 Victory coin, which is just building up now. It's going to continue building up. After 1 hour, if I want to, I can claim. If I want to, I can unstake my LP. And that's the passive income of Suidex.
No ranges to babysit here.
No.
That's the most beautiful thing about it all day long. You simply worry about it once a day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, right?
And if you don't collect, it still accrues as normal.
Yeah, you can leave it for forever. Well, we're running this for 3 years, so it's a 3-year emission schedule. So you can basically come back after a year if you wanted to and just collect your rewards. Or you can come in every day. You can come in every hour, whatever you want. Every second, the tokens are coming in into your balance. You can see I've got $23 today to claim. And you're going to get Victory coin. So Victory coin is our reward coin. So Peter, so you were saying you have a strategy for Tree. So this is the Tree-focused strategy for people who are joining this farming journey with Tree and Sui. So what do you suggest that people do with their Victory coin that they get from farming?
So what we do is you claim your Victory token, and then daily, the key to it is, Richie, is consistency. So what I do is I'm
going to follow along. So I'm going to claim some Victory.
Yeah, claim your Victory.
Okay.
I will lead you down the forest trail, sir.
Okay, I got 2,000 victory. What do I do?
All right, go to Token Locker.
Token locker. Okay. Okay.
All right, click on the lock tab or token lock.
Da-da-da. This is when I need to shoot the UI guy again. Hope he doesn't watch my streams.
Flog him. Flog him.
Come on, boy. So why do you so we got the 2,000 victory and we're going to go to the token locker once it opens. So why do you suggest this?
So first and foremost with the token locker, there we go. So token locker obviously adds more rewards weekly on top, and the 30,000 foot altitude strategy on this is once a week you're rewarded Sui, but you can claim victory token every day. So if you want, my mother who is in Suidex in Sui Farm, she claims once a week. So what she does is she claims all her victory, and then she claims her Sui rewards. And then what she does is she'll take every day, she takes the victory rewards, slices it in half, locks it every day, and then at the end of the week claims all of it. And then once you claim your victory rewards out of the locker, you trade it back into tree through Suidex, and then you can add to your position.
All right. Your mom's pretty smart, huh?
Yeah.
I didn't know your mom. What?
Oh, she loves crypto, man. She actually has two positions. She has a tree Sui position, and she has what she calls her digital savings account. She has a USDC, USDT position in which she just collects fees off of that pair as well.
That's smart. I do that too, actually. I have a big stablecoin pair because I use it the same idea. I was looking through other places to put stables, and at the moment, Suidex is the best place for stablecoins. Yeah, man.
It's also good to point out that it needs to be at least 1 month lock to get the Sui coin reward, because there is a 1 week option, but that doesn't earn Sui. It's only the 1 month and out.
3 month. 3 month. 3 month.
3 months.
Yeah. So
3 months. Okay.
Richie,
yeah, so
she did ask a question. She said, "What does the 8x multiplier mean?" I did not know really how to adequately explain that to her.
It's allocation, right? So let's do this first. So I had the 2,000 victory that I harvested. So what do you suggest I do? So I've harvested 2,000 victory from the tree Sui pool.
All right, click on 50%.
50%. Okay.
Go to the 3-year lock.
3-year lock.
And hit that lock button.
APR. Okay.
Here we go.
So this is going to lock my victory for 3 years. And in that 3-year time, I'm going to be getting victory coin every single second. And I'm going to get Sui coin every single week. The Sui coin is coming from the fees that were paid to stake tokens into the farm, right? So that's where we kind of come full circle on that whole idea. The 8x is to do with allocation. So like Furley mentioned before, there's a thing called a master chef, which is, imagine like a chef in a kitchen, and he's giving victory coins out to everywhere inside the platform. So he's giving victory to everywhere in Sui Farm. He's giving victory to all of the different LP pools. He's giving victory to the locker pools. Everyone in Sui Farm is getting served up this victory hamburgers, right? What the 8x means is that inside of the allocation that the locker gets from the master chef, the 3-year lock gets 8 times more than the 1 week, right? These are not dynamic though, because the allocation for the lockers, we can change to make sure that everything's adjusted nicely. For example, if we did start to see a huge amount going into 3-year lock, we'd have to be allocating more victory to it because we want to reward people who have a long-term mindset. So we can increase the amount that goes to each one. If, for example, at the moment, I've noticed a lot of people are farming the 1 week because it's got not bad APR, right? 72% APR. And they can just put it in for a week, claim, put it in, claim, put it in, claim. And they're just grinding that one, right? So if we noticed that was getting too common, then we could adjust the APR to try and game them out of that kind of thing. So it is quite dynamic, but the moment the multipliers are not dynamic, they're just kind of fixed. In time, I want that to also reflect the real allocation that's coming in. But it is set up like that. The longer you lock, the more allocation of rewards you get.
Well, we in this house, we just know rent it for the long term. So why not stick it in for 3 years and
Yeah.
that strategy building?
Yeah, I'd say
It's a
either the one.
no-brainer. Why not go for 3 years?
Yeah, the 1 or 3 years are the best plans. You can notice here the one has got $7,000 of victory, and the 3 years got $26,000. That's why you're seeing the APR is 156. But if you had $26,000 in the 1 year and 26 in the 3 year, then the 1 year would be significantly lower in APR, right? Because the APR is always based on how many people are in the pool, and nothing to do with the victory price for these APRs, because you're victory in, victory out, right? This isn't taking into account the Sui rewards either, which come in weekly as well, which you will find. Sure, I have a pool here. Yeah, here I have. So I have victory to claim from this 1 year, and I also have Sui to claim. The Sui comes in every week. Here I have 2 batches. I can batch claim that Sui coin straight into my wallet here, both at the same time. Boom.
And that is the only LP or farm or any DApp that I've seen where you can invest coins that are not the native Sui coin and get rewarded in the native Sui coin. That is absolutely.
Oh, Richie, we got a good question on here by Rich by Name.
All right. This one here?
Yeah.
All right. My current strategy is locking half of my rewards into the locker and half into the single stake USDC. Is this a good strategy? That's a pretty Chad strategy, actually. So half of my rewards. So that's what we did, actually. So I claimed 2,000 victory. I took 1,000 and I put it into the locker, right? My current strategy is locking half of my rewards into locker and half into single stake. So that would be coming to the farm position. And we do have single stake pools, right, at the bottom. The single stake pools are also pretty cool because it means you don't have any impermanent loss. You just stake it in and, press the wrong button, down here, right? So we have USDC, we have Sui, and we have Bitcoin, right? So, and you put it in the USDC pool, yeah. So that means he's staking half of the victory in the locker, selling half of it into USDC, and putting it in the pool. I think it's a good strategy. Not bad, because you're still in the ecosystem, right? That's the main thing. Whatever you want to do with the other 50%, as long as you're using Suidex, it's a good strategy.
So Richie, this is what I've noticed. So I decided to go with the USDC pool because I want to collect those trading fees off of that pool to increase the overall value of it, plus earn victory as well. I mean, both ways are great, but that's just the way I decided to go.
Because they're both stable coins as well. That gives you a huge advantage. There's no fluctuation in price.
Right.
Yeah, true. The one other thing is, so there's a couple narratives here going. So the deposit fee for the LPs is 2%. And yeah, you get the trading fees as well on people swapping USDC and USDT. And then we also have that on the single stake, the deposit fee is 4%, right? Right now, the APR is pretty good. It's 96% APR on single staking USDC. Currently, there's $21,000 in here. With a 4% fee, that means with 96% APR, I'm trying to think, napkin math, how many days that would be until you'd get your deposit fee back in Victory Coin, essentially, right? We
said 10 days the other day, I think it was.
Yeah, I think it's about 10 days, which is pretty good because, I mean, we're a 3-year platform, right? And then even after 3 years, we'll be doing other things. We'll keep building. Whereas with the USDT, you have 50% and it's 2% fee. So it's pretty much fair enough here. But the long-term story of what's happening with the single asset pools is that over time, these will not be around forever. These are going to be currently quite strong allocation of rewards. But by like week 52, by the 1 year mark on Suidex, these will be significantly lower in allocation of rewards because the allocation rewards are going to start going to the victory locker, right, over time. It's called the emission shift. But right now, it's a great strategy. This is like a year away. So,
yeah, the emission shift in the docs, it showed about every 8 weeks, there's going to be a shift in the emissions.
Yeah, I can find it here, actually. Victory emissions, yeah. So this is how I coded it. Well, I didn't code it. I did this. So I'm the ideas guy, basically.
I know what you mean.
So I made this for the team, which is, if we come to total emission, we can come, I think this is the best way to see it. So this is how we're coded in the back end with all the pools. And this took a while, right? What's happening here is we're coming down phases. So we are currently in week 6, which is phase 2. And that means that the total emissions, can we get pool total emission? Yeah, that's better. So week 6 is phase 2, which means that the emission rate is 5.4%. And you can see LPs get 62%, single staking gets 12%, victory locking gets 23%, okay? Then if we come down to week 52, for example, about 1 year from now, you see that the LP is still strong at 55. The single percent has come all the way down to 2%, but the victory percent has gone up to 40%. So victory is more than doubled by the year time, and the single stake is waning down. When it gets to around about this point, though, this is in week 53, we will stop the victory rewards, and we will also turn off the withdrawal fee as well. That's important to know, right?
That's so in the single stake, right?
Yeah. So if you farm all the way through this 1 year with Suidex and you get to week 53, we're not going to make you pay 4% withdrawal fee. We're not going to do that. We're going to turn it to 0. So people can exit once they close. Yeah, of course, because it's rude, right? If it's like, oh, sorry, the rewards are closed. Give me 4%. It's not nice.
Yeah.
No, the 4% is a fee for people who want to leave if they don't want to farm anymore, right? But if they get all the way through the 1 year and then these end up at 0 APR because they finished the plan and the allocation is not going to victory stakers, we will turn off the withdrawal fee.
I think it's important to note there that the lockers get more victory allocation over time. So that's even more incentive to lock up for the year or 3 years. You're going to be getting more benefit as time passes.
Yeah,
that's why every day slicing that 50% in makes perfect sense.
Yeah, man. I still have 1,000 victory coin. What do I do with it? Coming back to our strategy.
All right, so we're gonna hit the. All right, so we're in Suidex. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna flip that. All right, so we're gonna hit max.
Okay, go.
And we're gonna swap it over for a tree.
All right.
We'll go correct. I like it.
Swap. It's going to get me 92,000 trees.
Hey.
A lot of trees. Okay.
Then we're going to hit pool right up top. Very easy. We're going to scroll down to add liquidity, or as I like to call it, add liquidity.
Add liquidity. And then we're going to pair the tree with the Sui, right? Oh, I get you. Nice. Yeah. And then we pair these up.
Yeah. And then when you buy your tree, you hit max on the tree button, and then it equals out how much Sui. And then you can add liquidity at the bottom.
Sui in this wallet. But yeah, then we add, right?
Yes.
Nice. Yeah. See, and that's how you yield farm. That's how you continually build your tree bag. You build your liquidity bag, you compound your passive income. And it's that simple, right?
You can do it daily, weekly, whatever. I mean, this is really, Richie, I onboarded 3 people today. When they found out that you don't have to babysit anything, they were like, "Yeah, count us in." So they went to.
That's exactly why I made that video. Is people need to realize that you don't have to do anything at all.
They were like, "Well, I've got this in my Coinbase wallet. Okay, here." Make this slush wallet. And then after that, it literally took 10 minutes and they were in.
Yeah. And the other thing is because, the reason for concentrated pools and watching them, it can be really rewarding. And I'm not saying that don't do that, right? But you don't need to do it with all your funds. I've got some pools, right? For example, I'm trying to do farming with VFAT with stable coins.
Yeah, I just BFAT. I'm not VFAT.
VFAT. Trying to find it. Is it here? No. I've lost the. Oh, here it is. I've got too many tabs open. Right. So this is stablecoin farming, right? Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is VFAT tools. This is on base chain, and all I was trying to do here was take 2 stablecoins, put them in liquidity, and earn fees, right? So I've got 3 plans. One of them's got $9,000. That's earning me 2% APR.
Jesus 2%. Christ.
It's crap, right? Like I could go at the bank now and get 3% or make, use some other fiat dollar or pounds or euros app, and I can get higher APR than this, right? This can go up to like 20 APR sometimes, but not very often. And this is in a range of 0.03%. Like how quickly if I was going to hold 2 tokens at 0.03%, how often are they going to go out of range? I'm going to tell you, they go out of range more often. Yeah, like more than 3/4 of the day they're out of range. We have 2 here, right? This is a 0.05, completely out of range. I'm not earning any yield. Here we have one 0.15, completely out of range. I'm not earning any yield. If I want to start earning yield on this now, I need to rebalance. If I want to rebalance, I've got to pay 0.1% fees on my bag to rebalance. But then if I'm paying 0.1% fee to rebalance and I'm only earning 2% APR, then I need to keep in range for like 2 weeks to get back the 0.1% it just paid. And then you come back 10 minutes later, out of range again. So this is what we are trying to not say it's okay. Like it's good that it exists, but we want to just have a simpler system running on Suidex. And that's what we make.
And the time lost being out of range is so costly.
Yeah. There's a large majority of the Sui community where Sui is their first experience with cryptocurrency. So they're not familiar with how all these things function. So I think it's good that there's this option where it's so easy to do and you don't have to babysit it and you just claim. And also the cool thing about Sui Network is you can even make profit off of your BTC without giving up ownership. Like if you go to sui.io/BTCFi, there's 3 different options of risk, and you can be earning money on your Bitcoin that you can't do on any other chain because of what the technology of Sui Network allows.
Yeah, man. Or you could just take your Bitcoin here and get 70% on it.
Yeah, it's that the WBTC. That's exactly what. That's one of the 3 that it talks about on the website, the official Sui website.
Rat Bitcoin, yeah. Or here we have Rat Bitcoin with X Bitcoin. That's 2 Bitcoins, and they're earning you 48% APR. Like this is the Chad pool. It's only got $5,000 in it, which is crazy because this is like you're just holding Bitcoin and you're getting 48% on your Bitcoin. Here you're single staking your Bitcoin, you're getting 77% on it.
Yeah, that's people don't realize that. That's crazy. That's possible.
we have a question from CJMD 2006. I'm going to write that. CJMD 2006. So your question is the 70% a week Victory Locker the weekly stake on Victory Locker, is that 70% a week or a year? No, it's not a week. That would be crazy APR. If it was 70% a week, that would be like 3, 4, 5,000% APR, I think. No, it's per year.
The protocol would eat itself alive.
Yeah, we can't do yield that high because there's no. Here I have. I tried out a week, right? So I did a week. We did $1.87, and after a week, I got 5 cents, right? So if I had to put in $1,870, I would have got like $5 out of that. So not bad. Unlock warning. Confirm unlock. This is what happens when your lock ends, by the way, on your 3-month, your 1 year, or whatever. So what I've done is I'm claiming my Sui rewards. I'm not sure why I'm getting Sui here, actually. That's weird. Shouldn't be. It's 1 week. 0.0025 Sui. I'm getting all my victory out. No fee, no tax. And it's just going to give me back my victory coin. And that's it. Got it back. Yeah, let's move on. What else do you guys want to talk about?
There's some new regulation. So as far as like macro events for cryptocurrency, it's very likely that the next rate cuts are going to be 0.5. If a Polymarket is a great place to go and check out what's likely to happen. And the next rate cut possibility is before 2026. And also there is a new policy that is starting in 2026 that is bullish for all of cryptocurrency, that allows for experimentation and much more leeway as to what you can do. I'll find a post that I made on my X account, and I'll send it to you about the specifics on that. But yeah, you can see Powell. He's the guy that does the rate cuts. So,
This one
Powell.
here. Must be this one.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. So is it going to be cut by, how much is the rate cut going to be? Is it going to be 0? Is it going to be 0.25 or 0.5? Should be some of the things there, but
so 93% are guessing it's going to be a 25 BPS decrease.
That's a good thing. 50%, the one at the top would be the best case scenario.
Yeah.
But that any cut at all, that's super bullish for all of crypto.
Yeah. So here it has like volume, right? So it says 25 plus is 104 million volume.
I don't actually bet on Polymarket, so I'm not sure of all those mechanics. I just look at it for the likelihood of something to happen. Because it's much more accurate than a poll, because on a poll, people will lie for no reason, but no one's going to put money on something unless they believe in it, right?
Yeah. What will probably happen though, no matter what happens with that decision, it will pump up to it, and then it will dump immediately after.
They'll sell. You buy the news. People buy the news, right?
With any of these financial changes to America's policy, it's going to take 6 months until we're really going to see a change anyway in what's happening there. So I would be cautious about it.
So, Richie, there was an interesting discussion today about how can you use Suidex to pay your bills. How do you think you do that, Richie?
Suidex pay your bills. You could buy Tree goes up, and then sell Tree and pay your bills. You could buy Sui Trump goes up, and sell Sui Trump and pay your bills. This is the simplest way. That it's a trading DEX for buying tokens. We don't show all the tokens on Sui. We only show the coins that we're pretty bullish on. We will be adding them. Let's talk about that. There's a couple partner pools that Tree have set up, which we don't have yet showing. I've asked the UI guy to add them. He hasn't yet. I've given him a list. We're going to add Man Bear Pig. We're going to add the Aqua Cat as well. We're going to try and basically track down all pools made by community members, which have been added into Suidex, and start adding these so they're verified so people can see them. You can, at the moment, you can paste in the contract address, but for
Richie,
example,
that reminds me of remember last week, people were very impressed that they could add LP of 2 meme coins. They don't have to be with Sui or USDC, because that is a major feature that is also another thing that is unique to the Suidex.
Yeah, so for example, here's Man Bear Pig, right? If I come to Suidex, we'll have this one as well. I think it's a pretty cool coin. So it'll come up if I paste it in, right? And then you have Man Bear Pig. So you can just buy meme coins, hold them, they go up over time, then you can pay your bills with them. Is one way.
No, we were talking about the token locker and the victory emissions to pay your bills, because if you take that, swap it to Sui, then you can use Spritz Pay to pay your bills.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you could do that. I mean, you could do that with any gains in crypto though, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted to pay your bills, then I would suggest choosing something that's really safe, because you want to use that capital and conserve it, right? Because meme coins are volatile. We all know that, right? Meme coins will go up 40%, they'll go down 50%, they'll go up 200%. So if you're trying to do something that's stable, like paying your bills, you probably want to choose assets which you think are going to be quite reliably priced over time. Because if there's a massive dump in the market, for example, you'll see a dump on everything, even the yield you're going to make from something. So if you're trying to pay your rent,
stablecoin pair.
That's why I like the stablecoin pair.
I'd say stables, Bitcoin, because before we said, maybe Sui stake Sui, but then Sui dropped like 50-60%, right? So this is quite risky at the moment in the macro environment we're in, I guess. So I'd say either the USDT LP pool, the single asset pool, or maybe Bitcoin, because it's going to be going down less than other ones, and it's going to come back up eventually. They would be the 3 safest ones. From that, then get your victory coin, then claim your victory. Then you need to figure out how to off ramp, right? And I guess Spritz is the best way to off ramp your Sui. You could go through a centralized exchange, but then you're going to have to talk to the tax man. On Spritz, you have to talk to the tax man?
Nope.
Oh, no tax man on Spritz, huh?
No tax man.
What's that now? You can get fiat with no tax event? That's incredible.
Okay, for now. You hear in the UK, I'm absolutely buggered, by the way. In the UK, they don't want people to hold more than $10,000 of stables on any centralized exchange if you're British.
What?
And they're going to start tracking all crypto activity from next year if you're British for tax purposes.
Yeah, I have an incredible advantage being, born in the US and currently a dual citizen also of Mexico. Gives me a huge advantage when it comes to cryptocurrency in general for so many different things. It's pretty nice.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, so that's but yeah, paying bills with crypto can be good, but it gets challenging, right? Because it's not consistent income.
Oh,
You're gonna have good months, you're gonna have great months, then you're gonna have really, really bad months where actually you're losing money, right? So paying bills with crypto, it can be risky.
Just got to strategize.
Yeah, the best way to do it is to have regular income from, your job, and then use the crypto to hedge and improve your financial situation. Meaning that if there's ever dips in the market, you do have the constant income coming in anyway that you can start to DCA.
Well, a recommendation I'd give to people that's, a huge opportunity right now that you can do from home while you're investing in crypto is called data annotation, where you're training large language models. And the skill set required to do that is so low. If you can just use a computer and invest in crypto, you're already qualified for it. And you can do those things anytime you want. They're gig based, so you get paid per task you do. And you can do it while you're at home. And there's a gigantic demand for that because each large language model or data set or anything to do with AI needs their own data. So they can't just all share the same data that's been trained. So it goes through these data annotation middlemen, because when you're doing data annotation and you're training the data, you don't even know who you're helping. It could be going to ChatGPT or Grok. You don't even know. I have a subreddit is basically Wise Degenerate that talks about it for people that are interested. r/Wise Degenerate. But the best one I think is the r/Sui Trump subreddit, because what that means is these large language models, when they do deep research, they check Reddit more than any other website. And it's a good way to get your coin or your whatever to show up in these AIs deep research, because they use Reddit so heavily that I've gotten my own comments about Sui Trump and Sui that I posted on Reddit back in my own deep research from ChatGPT and Grok and other ones. So it's pretty cool.
I have a question about referrals for Suidex. For farming and using the DEX, there's no referral system, but we are going to be launching a competition once the indexer is live, which will have a referral element to it, which is going to be fun as well. So we won't be adding referrals to staking or using the farm, but we're going to be adding games which have referrals for people who want to try and onboard. That'll be coming soon, actually. So it's fun. Yeah, about this, it's quite, if you look back 5 years, you said, what's going to be a job in 5 years? People training AI. I walked into my bar last week, and you know what I found? My bartenders had taken a side gig, a part-time job that they can do while they're working. And they all had helmets on. Yeah, they were all wearing these huge helmets with gloves and wires attached to the gloves. And the helmet had cameras all over it.
Yeah.
They were training an AI how to bartend.
What?
That is a real thing. Yeah. In order to train these robots, these real life, AI robots, they have a human put on motion sensor tracking gloves that they do it in real life, and the robot learns how to do it by mimicking what the human does. And they even have self-serving robots that you can buy right now, where some of the tasks are done by people in real life through like virtual reality. They're actually doing your chores in your house, but they're somewhere else, like in a different country. It's pretty wild. And then after the robot learns how to do it from the human, it can do it on its own.
But the thing is, though, I turned to my bartender. One, I said, like, you shouldn't really be doing a part-time job when you're, working in my pub. Like, you could have asked me this, but they did it without asking me. Fuck, right? But then I said, also, you're a retard. He said, why? I said, well, you're enabling an AI to learn how to do your job. Right? And he said, yeah, but I'm getting paid more by this AI stuff than I am by you. It's like, what? He said the hourly fee he was getting paid to wear this thing and make drinks and take orders was more than I was paying him in his salary for bartending. Like, so he said, no, you're the retard because you're not wearing one. I was like, what the fuck?
That is the extreme end of training AI. Because
that's China, man. They're way ahead of this. They are
data
way
annotation is mostly like drawing boxes around people and cars, or matching Google search results compared to what the AI says, or recording your own voice saying a phrase in a different mood. It runs the gamut. There's a huge range of stuff you can do, but it's in huge demand right now, and most people don't even know that it exists. It's mainly called data annotation.
I'll tell you, man, if I walk outside right now, I'm going to see 2 or 3 people wearing these things on their heads.
What?
Like, yeah, it's getting more and more. People are getting part-time jobs by just putting AI helmets on their head and training them from walking, moving, what they look at. They're picking up their psychology. All these things, they're just absorbing it, right? And they're paying them a pretty good wage to wear these helmets. And
that's really big in China, that type of training. And
it's because
assistants.
They're so ahead with it. It's scary, actually, how far ahead they are with this automation process. It'll come to light, I think, soon, when people will be quite surprised how far ahead they are compared to the rest of the world in robotics and training for menial tasks, basically tasks which anyone can do, which is worrying because that means that if 1.6 billion people are not doing these tasks and automation's doing it instead, what are all these people going to do? How are they going to earn?
You gotta stay ahead of the game. You gotta get involved in the career
Suidex.
paths and the jobs that involve those things. I try and do the same thing. I have multiple different options that I can do from my house that involve AI, because you have to accept that's going to be part of the future. Whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it, it's going to happen. So you need to adapt, you need to learn it, you need to incorporate it, invest in something that uses it, and don't get stuck in one thing.
True. Would you wear a helmet?
Yeah, I totally would train in AI. Yeah, I don't mind. I'm already half AI right now, so.
Hey, Richie, got a couple of questions about the farm and about Suidex. There was some pools you were commenting on that we did have some conversations about today. So,
which one you find?
So, first one on the USDT USDC farm. I remember you said you're growing the TVL on the actual pool in Suidex. Is that kicking along pretty good?
USDT, USDC.
Yeah.
Stablecoins. Let's find out. Yeah, because we can come if you want to check any of the TVL once we get this. Oh wait, I'm not even on the screen. So you mean like how much TVL in the pool?
Yeah. So there was 2 questions today. So one person, they bought some Bitcoin today on Sui once they sent their Sui from Coinbase over. Yeah. And we went to, what do we do? We went to swap. We were going to swap Sui for
Bitcoin. Yeah.
Yeah. And it had a really bad slippage notice.
No, you don't want to do that yet, because you'll notice, right? Because we don't have a Bitcoin with USDC pool yet on Suidex. That's going to be the next pool we're going to launch, but I didn't want to launch Tree and Bitcoin at the same time because I wanted to give Tree the rub, get the Tree rub.
Thanks, baby.
So the next pool we will be launching will be strategically aimed at improving the DEX, which will be a Bitcoin and USDC pool. This will allow trades to go through between Bitcoin and USDC. Because you can see at the moment, because it's not incentivized, it only has like $1 on each side, which means that swaps cannot go through this currently. in addition to opening up a pool to incentivize liquidity, we'll begin, once this indexer comes, we can aggregate with, for example, Aftermath. So if there is an asset that we don't have enough liquidity for, Sui generally aggregates between different dexes automatically for you. So for example, if you wanted to use, something like Walrus and buy Bitcoin with it, it would then just automatically just aggregate that for us. And that would deal with that. So that's coming. But yeah, for the
how thick
Bitcoin,
is the USDC USDT pool right now?
let's find out. So you can see them all here. So at the moment we have 8K, so 16K, right? So we don't have enough liquidity in here. We need to continue to grow it, but that's the plan. Got to keep building, because you'll see that then most people are still just in the farm with the USDC. We have 16K of liquidity, and in the farm we have 15K, right? So most people are farming with their LP pools, with their LP tokens.
Yeah, I'm pulling mine from the nest.
The nest.
You know
the
what
bit
nest?
nest.
Oh
The
yeah.
bit nest. Nice. It's good. So this will all be visible, and then once we start aggregating, then we'll be able to swap any pair, and it won't matter how much liquidity we have on Suidex. It'll be pretty good, because then people can come and swap anything there. They don't have to worry about liquidity. But we're growing. It's early stage process.
Suidex is in Texas.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeehaw.
that's right. You could fit in down here, Richie. That was good.
Yeah, I'd like to come to Texas actually. It's on the bucket list.
Come down to the south, man. Come over from Mardi Gras. We'll show you a good time.
When is Mardi Gras?
It starts January 30th.
Ooh, that's pretty close. Ah.
Yeah.
I've never been to Mardi Gras the one time, even though I've lived in the U.S. and the vicinity my whole life. I've been to the East Coast, Hawaii. Never been to Mardi Gras though.
If I see a dude with a blue face, glowing eyes, and a Sui hoodie, I'll know it's you.
Well, we're gonna start having like IRL events where we could all be in different places, but have a live stream of like what's going on. That's a new thing that's going to be more popular in the future. And another promotion that I wanted to do for like Sui Trump or the Suidex is people that make a video of them doing something in real life, like telling someone about Sui or Sui Trump to a friend or something, and they're actually showing them doing it in real life. They could get some sort of reward, because on Solana a lot of the coins that are doing that are getting really popular.
I'm gonna go live in the top of a tree during Mardi Gras.
That would be huge. People love that stuff. It's really great.
Cool, guys. Well, we've been going for what's that, like an hour and a half? I think that we should stop this now. I think, because if we leave it too long, then generally people don't want to watch.
So for the Sui Trump giveaway, I guess Kev, he already got one, and whoever the first other 4 people that say Mr. Furley on Crypto Mischief in the Sui Trump Telegram will also get an airdrop from the promo.
Nice. I'm going to give some victory to Tolga, Jerry3999, Kev T, Sui Builders. You had a pretty good question there about burning. Rich by name, and what was that last one? Something 2006. I can't read. Jerry 2006. I can't even read my own writing. I think I'm a doctor. Okay, and Jerry 2006.
Doctors have messy handwriting because their brain power goes towards more, high level thinking instead of motor skills in their hands.
Yeah, true. So, and who's going to win the tree? Who do you think, Arborist?
Rich by name. He answered the question.
Okay, and Rich by name is going to get victory and tree. Nice. Look at that. It's a win-win, winner. Donate my victory to your pool.
So Rich by name, if you are in Telegram, tag me in whatever chat, and I will send you to what's called the tree meeting room, and you will get paid.
Excellent. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to mention. So whenever these tree NFTs come out, you're going to be able to see advertisements for them on Suidex. We're fully backing Tree now. So whatever is happening with Tree, we will be announcing it in the Telegram for Suidex. We will be putting some of their more bullish, operations, such as launching an NFT collection. We will have links to it And when the launch happens and the donations to the tree fund come, Suidex will also be putting in to treefund. Is it treefund.org, right?
It's
Will be also-
treefund.org. If anybody
Yeah.
wants to search it, verify it, and see that it is a legit place we're giving money to.
And
Yeah.
same thing goes with Sui Builders. Because Tree is a partner, we fully support and help spread the word of whatever Tree is doing from the Sui Builders account. That's the whole point of that community. And Sui Trump is also a partner of the Sui Builders. We're
Yes,
trying to
indeed.
give people a safe place to start when they come to the community, that they have these projects that have been, vetted by us. We can't promise every new project is going to work out, but it's better than going in blind. So that's the whole purpose of these Sui Builders. And we do have an NFT as well.
Yes, get the access pass by Sui Builders. I've got one, and I give them away from time to time. Wise DGen, if you would put a link in the comments, man, I'll send it over to mine as well. But yeah, get one of those NFTs. That's
if you just go to the Sui Builders X page, there's a link that will take you to the trade port to get the correct one, because you want to make sure you follow the official links, because there's a lot of copycats, imitators, and stuff. So go to the Sui Builders homepage, like main page on X. It's literally just Sui Builders, and you can find all the links there.
I could find
Richie, it looks like the victory price is really leveling out great.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually. We managed to survive through that really choppy season with Sui dumping so much. We did really well there actually, and now it's finding that balance. We're getting the groove. We're catching the groove on the victory. And
once
now
liquidity comes back into Sui, man, we should see some great price appreciation on this.
Yeah, I think it's got a pump in it. That's what I think for victory. I think we can get a pump, some pumpage.
When the index goes through, that's going to be monumental. That's going to be so big. That's really what I'm waiting for. Yeah, there you go.
It's the Sui Builder Access Pass.
Snag one, guys. It's great.
Current floor
the floor price is crazy. Like it's already probably ROI'd. If you got it on day one, you've gotten like 3x your money, and it's an ongoing process to where any partners that put up coins to be donated, Sui Builders keeps none of it for themselves. 100% goes to the active NFTs in airdrops. So you don't get the retroactive airdrops, but you get all of the future airdrops as soon as you get one in your wallet, and all you have to do is hold it, and you get the airdrops automatically. You don't have to do anything else.
Yeah, Tree was in it. Sui Trump was in it. It was great.
Yeah, actually, your guy. That's funny because Tree was the biggest valued airdrop when you did yours. But then when Richie did Sui Trump, it just kind of like went to $10, kind of almost trumped everyone.
I think Sui Trump was at $1.8 million market cap when we airdropped that. Like that was.
Oh wow!
It was $10 per $10 per drop. That was unheard of.
Richie, what's the current burnt amount for Sui Trump?
We're getting into 2% now, which is good actually, because I started burning it at like 1.4 million or $1.3 million market cap. Now we're sitting around 400,000 market cap. So
remember, CoinGecko shows that pretty well.
It does actually. We can go at CoinGecko. You can see.
I have gone round and round with CoinGecko too to get that. So
once
that's always been fun.
Yeah, because that's the other thing we want to do, right? Because we're coming on soon, getting to Gecko Terminal, because we have this API now. Once we're on Gecko Terminal, then the trading volume, for example, of Tree will pick up on CoinGecko, so that when you apply to get listed, they can see volume of our DEX. It's all these links that we have to do.
Yeah, because when I applied to CoinGecko, man, they were like, volume, must have more volume. So
yeah,
that'll help a lot.
It's still early for CoinGecko, probably. It took 4 tries for Sui Trump. So
1.2% so far. You can see here. So we have 181 million Sui Trump has been burned so far.
Make sure to hit that rocket at the bottom.
Oh yeah, I never hit the rocket. So, so this in value it's about $6,000, but we've probably burned about $12,000 of burnage. But then price goes up and down as coins do.
And how long has the burns been happening?
It's been 5 weeks now, so it's around about $10,000 of burns in the last 5 weeks. So we're
at Trees at 1.926 8% of the total supply. So
Nice.
we're doing really good.
We got a race, and Man Bear Pig is like 12%.
Man Bear Pig is out of control. I love it.
Yeah. This guy's got to calm down. They're burning.
Skeleton on Sui, man, they got a pretty good campaign going along too.
Yeah.
Victory, the Aquashock also has burn quite a bit. It has the burn tracker in the Telegram. And Dunny, he's usually, co-host on these Thursday spaces that I usually do on X. Aquashock, the developer Dunny, he's a really good guy. Was the first outside meme coin that we paired with. He's also burned quite a lot of the supply as well.
Bernie.
What's y'all's opinion on liquid NFTs?
Oh, so the liquid NFTs, stake Paste rather. Paste knows a lot about that more than I do, but because he has a good relationship with Tradeport. But basically, it allows you to get instant value from your NFTs, and instead of just counting them all as the same value, it actually factors in the rarity. Like if an NFT collection has a certain rarity, you can get more value for it if you make it liquid. So you basically can, it's almost like a loan, right? But when you do it like that, you're not guaranteed to get your NFT back, because if someone else wants to pay how much value you got for it, they can actually buy your NFT. That's a risk you got to take. It's possible you could lose your NFT, but you still get to keep the value that you got from it. So I don't know how all the mechanics work, completely, because I haven't done it myself. But basically, it's a way to get some liquid, funds, kind of like the way you get a loan with your NFT, with the possibility of, you can get it back by returning the liquidity, something like this. I'm not positive of all the actual, full details, but it's something to that effect. And it's a new feature. Cool.
Wonder if you could take like your meme coin and then parent liquidity with your liquidated NFT coin.
So when I was on X Space the other night talking to them, Richie, basically when you liquefy it, it's a token that you trade it into, and then that's paired with Sui.
Yeah.
Wonder if you could do that, then pair that. You could pair that into Suidex probably.
Yeah, exactly right. And then you could have a liquefied NFT earning thing.
That's really what makes the Sui network so popular, because it's ready for the future. It allows all these things to happen, because you can't do liquid NFTs on just any network. That's not possible. It has to be the object model that makes it possible. So that's why I'm so bullish on Sui, because it's ready for the future. It's ready for AI. It's going to be the substrate of AI agents to operate, because it needs the walrus storage layer, because AI agents need to communicate. They need to save information. They need to retrieve information, and at high speed, which is why they implemented Mysticeti version 2, giving it a 300 millisecond finality speed.
Richie, he said the word substrate. That's serious.
Substrate.
Yeah, it is pretty serious. They want to be the everything of things. Sui network is more than just cryptocurrency. That people are using it for its utility. It's basically like a computer. That's the vision of the team, Adeni and Costas Crypto. It's going to be part of your life no matter what you do. You don't have a choice.
Yeah. That's good. It's pretty scary.
Well,
yeah. Well, let's finish this up. Probably what I'll do actually, Peter, is I'll download this and then I'm going to chop it up, and then we'll re-upload it at like 20 minutes.
Oh, it's going into Opus for sure on my side.
Oh, nice. Got to Opus that up. Opus is pretty handy for that. Nice, man. Well, thank you very much, Peter, for joining the stream today. Thank you, WiseDGem, for getting off X and coming over to YouTube. Hope you enjoyed your vacation.
Oh, I totally like it. I think we should do this. I liked this better, actually. I never tried to do it. Before I was doing it on my phone. Now I'm on my computer now that I upgraded. So I think this is really cool.
I kind of like it. I think one thing we could try is we can make the invite public, and then just anyone can come in. And then I think it'd be kind of crazy. Like,
yeah, I've got when we go out, when you end the stream, I've got some ideas on how to notify people on X for this. So yeah.
Cool. Well,
Yeah,
guys,
I didn't push it too much this week because I wanted to see how it worked and made sure I got everything correct, because I didn't want to be advertising something and I'm like screwing up, like, oh crap, it's not working.
Salt and pepper, Flurry, push it good.
Next week will be more of a multi-platform stream. We'll look up all the cool stuff that all the other cool people do and do the same thing.
push it good. Okay, guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one. Cool.
See you later, guys.